running an AI agency is not selling n8n templates you found online. It's selling an approach to solve a very specific problem using AI. My name's Robert, and last year I was running an AI agency which hit multiple 30K months revenue. And I have been deeply involved in every project in the development side, and I can tell you with 100% certainty that running an AI agency is not what the gurus tell you online. I still see many of you thinking you will be able to support your family via Porsche GT3 RS by simply copying the workflows your favorite AI content creators send you when you comment a random word under their Instagram post or TikTok post, or even buying bulk n8n Empire packages. You're always looking for that one magic workflow which you'll be able to sell for 5K, 10K a pop. Sorry, I'm gonna crush your dreams. That is straight bullshit. Let me give you an example so you understand it a lot better. Let's say there's a real estate company which sells, buys, rents multiple properties. They have been pretty successful for almost 7 years, so they're doing great. But the owner has identified an issue. His team has to call up every renter before they actually rent them a home. But turns out 70% of the potential renters aren't qualified because their credit score is too low. So the owner starts to think, how can we speed up the process to qualify leads? Magically appears that you have been running an ad targeting this exact niche, and he lands on your ad. He books the call, you talk and discuss, and he's sold. He wants to buy the product, and you have the template for exactly what he needs. Calling, qualifying them, and sending an email follow-up after it all. Just like the template you found on Instagram. So he wires you the money, and your agency finally has some work to do. You finally got your first sale, you're extremely happy, but what are the next steps of you actually copying the simple workflow template into real environment? That is where your job comes in. You have to connect all the nodes from the template to their systems. Turns out, the client isn't using a Go high-level account, the template included. They're using a different CRM. So what happens then? You spend hours reading API documentation about the new CRM, so you can simply integrate it into the same workflow. Okay, it takes a couple of hours, you had to make some tweaks, but you got it working. Now you have to set up the email integration, but not everybody uses Gmail like it's in the workflow. Most people use Outlook as well, so you have to change the Gmail node to Outlook node. How does that happen? You have to create a Microsoft Azure app, register it, and have admin access consented by the company. Okay, you spent a few hours there, maybe a day, but you got it running. Now the same goes for a phone number. Perhaps you have to buy a new number which has to be registered, then it takes some time, you have to fill up some applications. Just simple headaches with the phone number, but you'll easily manage that. So now comes the last step. You have to prompt the AI agent. You go back and forth with the client for a few days until they get the perfect prompt, speaking just like they want to, have the same expressions they need to, and all the little details the client expects you to make. Now take a look back at the whole process. Is the template really that valuable? Or is your job that you put in, spending those hours to connect it and learn about the new API documentations and connecting the existing systems more valuable? Of course, it's the job that you put in, but perhaps you're still thinking, okay, I made the system, I can still copy it for another client who uses the same systems, and I will be set, I just have more templates to sell. But you're completely wrong. Many clients want different systems. They will not want the same workflow because they run their business differently. Perhaps they use different CRMs, so you have to spend a bunch of hours looking at the documentation again. Perhaps they ask for a follow-up SMS instead of an email. Or worst case, they ask for another call to be initiated after they have been qualified only. So what that means is that once again, you have to make a bunch of changes to the template you have, aka you spending multiple hours or days to configure the workflow. So think about it again. Are you really selling a template for 5K a pop, or you're selling the hours you spent building the workflow to match their system? That's right, the n8n template is worthless. It's just a quick structure which you can write on a white piece of paper in 5 minutes. It's worth nothing without the execution. You are selling solutions to a problem, not n8n templates. If you're still lost in this whole AI agency space and how it operates, subscribe to my channel and learn from my experience.